Hey guys, Josh with Skid Pro here. Today I am really excited to share with you our XHD tree saw. This attachment is more than just a tool. It has some serious wow factor and it is a blast to run. Before we dive into the nitty-gritty, let's take a quick look at who really would need this. This saw excels for farmers who need to trim limbs along field edges, keep those combines nice and shiny. It also works great for fence line clearing. This is a common tool in the forestry sector, specifically dealing with downed trees in tight spaces, or where tree removal with flush cuts and no stump grinding is preferred. That means property owners, disaster crews, and landscapers. There are some quality saws out there. However, we really feel we have the advantage when we look at all aspects of construction, but especially our superior blade design and technology. Often throughout the year, we'll get calls from customers who have other brands that want to know if our blade design will work on their saw. Why? Well, they're having binding and performance issues with competitor blades. The performance advantage is in the use of our 3/4 inch wide concave green style carbide tip tooth and our 1/2 inch AR400 steel blade. This 1-2 punch delivers practical, real-world performance in an incredibly durable package. Let's look at those specifics. Ask anyone who has used a different tree saw and you'll get the same feedback. Works great until it binds up. And it makes sense. The competition utilizes mining style tooth that, even though it's carbide, is about the same width as the blade. So as you cut, especially larger trees that will start to exert their vertical weight, there is no margin for error. Anyone who's operated a skid loader at full throttle also knows it isn't always a smooth process, even on flat ground. Now add in bumps, inclines, or changes in topography, and it's nearly impossible to maintain an even, steady cut path as you enter the tree. Especially when the attachment is 8 feet out in front of the loader, and of course, made even worse by the short wheelbase design of skid loaders. That's what makes our green style tooth so effective and productive. The 3/4 inch wide tooth gives a 1/4 inch of added space between the cut and the blade that helps reduce this binding. That means more sawing, more productivity, less stalling of the blade, and less hassles for the operator. In the end, there is really no downside to our slightly thicker cut because it only takes a few extra seconds. And this is quickly made up by reduced blade stalls and enhanced productivity. Not to mention, it is usually the operator and the terrain that is the limiting factor when it comes to speed of cut. But that is only the first half of the story. The second might be even better. So while the green style tooth fixed the binding issues so common in other saws, it added a new level of durability, longevity, and economy never before seen on a skid steer tree saw. First, the green tooth, as it is often referred to, is a ubiquitous concave tooth design commonly used throughout the forestry industry. It has decades-long, proven history, so it's not only readily available, it's incredibly economical due to its commonality. Second, the green tooth design allows you to rotate the teeth by 120 degrees, essentially in thirds, giving you 3 actual cutting surfaces on every tooth. This class-leading durability also gives the operator the ability to truly saw at ground level, eliminating the need to grind a stump and making it one pass effective, further leading to its outstanding productivity. And it almost goes without saying, but the cupped concave design gives incredible chipping performance versus a flat carbide tooth. With the grain style tooth, the operator really has it all: performance, longevity, durability, economy, and productivity. This tree saw is an industrial grade tool. When it comes to design and build, no corners were cut. The unit tops the scales at nearly 1,000 pounds, and it is built to handle the toughest environments and last for years. Now let's talk some performance specs. The heart of this tree saw is a bent axis piston motor. The bent axis gives quicker recovery time, incredible torque, and optimal blade tip speed. The 30-inch wide blade gives a 10-inch cut capacity. The vertical weight of a 10-inch plus tree can be significant on a hardwood, and it's just better to err on the side of safe and cautious rather than pushing the equipment farther than it's designed. We'd rather err on the side of smaller cut capacity than risking the safety of the operator. The Skid Pro tree saw also features a heavy-duty tapered bearing support mounted on an overhung load adapter to keep that blade spinning even in the toughest hardwood. The tree saw comes standard with manual rotation, allowing the head to rotate 90 degrees left or right. Optional and highly recommended is the hydraulic rotation. It utilizes in-cab controls via a 14-pin wire harness or a universal toggle. The reason we strongly recommend the hydraulic rotation, even though it does come with some added cost, is that the overall investment of the tree saw is substantial, and it's hard to put a price on being able to rotate the saw from the operator cab in an instant when you need to make a quick adjustment in the field due to a limb at a funny angle. In all my years, I've certainly had a few customers lament they didn't get the hydraulic, but I have yet to find a customer who got the hydraulic rotation and regretted it. The Skid Pro XHD tree saw features a K-strain and vent to atmosphere relief valve for extra peace of mind. The saw blade is shielded to protect and direct chips away from the operator. You've got a solid steel plate push bar in the front, along with an angled push bar and steel mesh in the back to guide limbs and trees away from the operator. Easy cab entry and exit is made possible with a large flat area and anti-slip step. Another one of those Skid Pro differences you'll really appreciate: complete hose protection on the entire body of the saw. We have a spring-loaded hose saver and armor wrap protection over our nylon covering on our hoses. All in all, that attention to detail means serious uptime protection in the field. And to top it off, we stand behind our product with a 2-year Skid Pro promise that you can count on. When you're out in extreme environments, you need a tool to work as hard as you do. If you're looking for a tree saw that's been purpose-built from the ground up to perform in the toughest real-world conditions, choose the Skid Pro Extreme Heavy Duty Tree Saw. Questions? Call a product guru or visit us anytime at skidpro.com.